Welcome back to In the Cage, and just keep in mind that this podcast is PG-13 rated, so if you're listening at work, make sure you have your earbuds in, make sure if you're around people, just have some censorship. We talk about a lot of stuff on this podcast, so just keep in mind. And before we get started, I also want to thank everybody for all the support that we've recently been getting on these podcasts. I didn't think that we'd hit double digit numbers like this early on. We're like episode, what is this? Is this 5 or 6?
5? Yeah.
So this is episode 5. Like we hit double digits on our first podcast, and now we're even up in the we're a little up there. But once again, thank everybody for all the support, and we'll continue to pump these out once a week. Every weekend, you can expect to get a new episode, and we have one new host that recently joined the podcast, Blake. You heard him in the last episode. He's going to be one of the regulars here on the podcast, give you a few fun topics. He's got a lot of stories that we can share, and just it'll be overall a good time. So before we get into this, guys, do you want to hit the ground running? Anything funny you want to start off with?
Well, I kind of want to talk about this new game that everybody is playing. I'm sure everybody has heard of Fall Guys.
Blake, do you have Fall Guys?
Have you played it yet?
I have it downloaded on my PlayStation, but I have yet to play it.
Oh, it's fun.
I saw that they're supposed to be making it crossplay here before. Like they said, they won't do it off the start, but if it gets enough rep, which obviously it has, they'll make it.
Oh
crossplay.
Yeah,
all these big YouTubers are playing it, and
Bro, I'm playing it. I got my first dub to do.
Yeah, me and Nick have been playing it, and we've been having a blast on it. So,
bro, it's like
there's so much to that game though that they can add on too. Like
they could always add extra little maps or games.
Yeah, absolutely. Like 20 maps.
Yeah, there's so many things that they could add to it. This is definitely I don't want to say it's like a Fortnite, gold mine, but it's definitely they could do a lot. They could make a lot of money on this.
Yeah, but at first I didn't think it was gonna be anything special. Like I saw it and I saw a couple of people playing, and I'm like, it doesn't look that great. But more and more people started playing it, so I was like, all right, Nick, you want to download this? He's like, yeah. So we tried it out, and honestly, that's all we've been playing.
I told Dylan.
My brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother told me to download it when he was at work because everybody that he works with is going to download it and play. So I downloaded it, and nobody has yet to get on and play. And it's been about a week.
Well,
if that crossplay, you definitely got to play with us.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. This game is very, very rage-inducing. So Scott obviously could not play this game, but it's a good rage. I'm having fun losing. That's what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like if you don't win, you're gonna be mad because it's very, very hard to win. It's one of those games where when you win, you're like, hell yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. All you fucking ass cheeks.
You wish you was as good as I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Blake, you really gotta play it. You ain't played it yet. You really gotta play it.
Yeah, definitely try it out.
I will definitely play it today. I've been back on that Call of Duty grind. Some old friends from high school decided to get back on and play. So we've been playing the crap out of Infected on there.
Oh Lord!
Remember
Infected
was the
NW3?
Oh, NW3? Whew.
NW3 Infected was so toxic. People would literally sit in their doorways and block people off so you couldn't get to them.
This game, there's a way that you can open doors and everything on this one.
Yeah.
And if you open the door and then push it back with your body to a certain point, and then lay down in front of it, they can't open the door. People do that all the time.
Excellent.
There's a bunch of good and bad things about it. It's just all around fun. It's another one of those game modes you don't care if you lose.
Yeah, it's just fun to lose.
Yeah, those are the type of games that are definitely best to play because it's nothing that you get super mad of and then you quit. It's one of those things you lose and you keep going.
Yeah. Do you think RNG plays a lot into that? Obviously, I know Fall Guys is a lot of RNG. Do you think RNG, makes it to where if you lose, it's fun? Or you think no RNG?
100%.
Yeah, nothing. No RNG is ever gonna be like that.
Well, it's completely skill based.
No matter how much skill you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if it's
Just
skill based and you
random
lose, you're about to be raged. You're so mad. But like if it's RNG, you're like, maybe next time. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's so many games that are like so skill based now that it's not even.
Yeah.
A lot of games aren't enjoyable.
So, let me ask y'all this, because I just thought of this. So, with the new Call of Duty and everything, with every other Call of Duty that you have played and or experienced, if you can bring back one map / game mode, which one do you want to bring back to the new Call of Duty?
One map and or game mode. Oh Lord.
Me personally, I like the 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 on MW3 with those maps.
Yeah.
Those were definitely my favorite to play.
Those are still in the game. They're just called like what are they called now in Modern Warfare?
It's called Gunfight.
Well, they're called fight, but they're on way smaller maps than they need to be. Like, if you played 2v2 or 3v3 on MW3, you played that. What's that one map that was like off the coast?
Ground.
Yeah, ground. That one was actually pretty big.
Yeah.
So that one was really fun to play. And then there's another one I'm trying to think of.
You remember on MW3, on like you said, the gunfight, or the 1v1s and stuff like that, 3v3s, there's a snipers. You can just sit there and spawn trap them and get feeds all day long.
Yeah.
On
But
the
that's the one thing I wish they could bring back. Like, if they make the gunfight in Modern Warfare like bigger maps instead of those super small maps, like I would totally be down to play that all the time.
You know what would be like cool for like a competitive, like if I wanted to bring back a game mode and a map, you know what would be a cool competitive game mode to play?
What was that?
Search and rescue. Remember where it's like search and
Oh,
destroy?
but I hated
if you get their
search and
tags, like you bring them back to life.
Yeah.
Bro, that was
Like,
actually pretty
hated
lit. Because
search
even
and
if somebody was
rescue.
dead, you're like, okay, I'll just go get your tag. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Which
that-
they do kind of have this
fun
in
game
it.
mode.
On Modern Warfare has that game mode.
does it?
Yeah, it's crap. What is it called? Give me a second. I can't remember what it's called. But I'm gonna load up Call of Duty now just to let you know.
Well,
But instead of it dropping a tag, you just run over to where the person died. It'll be like a little skull on the map that stays there for your team.
Uh-huh.
You just go over there and you can hold square and revive them if you're on PlayStation.
Huh.
And it takes about, I'm gonna say, 6 seconds to revive. 5-6 seconds to revive.
That should be in the rotation besides search, because I feel like, I don't know, it would just throw something new. You know, take out search, put in SNR or whatever it's called. Search and
Yeah.
rescue. Also, I'd bring back High Rise. That's just me. High Rise was a dope.
Dude, High Rise, dude, I loved it.
Alright, this was good.
God. There was a game mode on Ghost. It was kind of like Capture the Flag, but you just had these points you had to run into, and it teleports you back to your spawn.
Uh-huh.
Blitz, I think that's what it was called. Something like that. That's definitely a game mode I'd bring back. Because I enjoyed that game mode very much. But it was only on Ghost. It's the only game mode it was on.
Dylan.
I don't know. I'm literally just sitting here.
I bet Mink is literally just like, I bet he's the one that's doing it. He's probably sitting out of the podcast, literally dragging you out.
Just like, nah, fam.
Bro, like, man, I would like, as soon as we get done with this, he's probably gonna jump in here and be like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "Nah, we know what you were doing. We know what you were doing."
It's called Cyber Attack.
It's called what?
So it's called Cyber Attack. It has that sabotage-esque feel.
Uh-huh.
From where like there's just one centralized like explosive, like a bomb that each team has to run and get to. Then when you ever get the bomb, it'll teleport. Like it'll open up a site you have to go and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of like search and destroy, and then with revives.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'd bring back.
MW3 was my game though. Definitely,
It wasn't.
It was a good one.
There was a good game, but nothing to beat Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 are both hand in hand for me. Like, they both have their positives and negatives.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Modern Warfare 3 was a great game, but to me, nothing will ever be as good as.
So MW2 for maps, MW3 for guns.
MW2 still had some good guns, and
Yeah, they did, but MW3, like There was more good guns in MW3 than there were in MW2.
I can say that, yes. They still had some good guns in MW2, but if you could have MW3 games on an MW2 map, it would have been much better.
So you have obviously the intervention and MSR. Intervention just blows MSR out of the water, but the MSR is a good alternative, right?
If you could have intervention and MSR in the same game, that would have been awesome too.
But like, of course, like MW3, you got your MP7, you got your Striker, you got your even the UMP was really good. You had the ACR. Like MW2, the only guns that really popped out were the UMP and the ACR.
MW3 had a lot more snipers too. They had the Barrett, the L118, Dragunov, AS50, RSAS, and the MSR.
Yeah, so you have the EBR and WA2K. Like,
you have the WA2K, the EBR, the Barrett, and the Intervention M21.
Bro, the only people that would ever run around in MW2 with the WA2K and the EBR were people that had modded controllers. That was the only.
It was me. I did that.
One man army.
Because there was a thing I was doing where I was getting challenged by just people in my friend group at the time that I was playing with. Because I consider myself one of the better people I played with. And they always said they were better than me, so I just let them pick the gun I'd use and everything like that and see if I could get more kills than they would. And it turns out I got a nuke with every gun in the game.
Well, what I liked about the EBR was when you had the fall camo on it, it had that purple ring around the scope. Mm-hmm. That was so clean. And even the Red Tiger had the blue. That had the blue ring. That was so clean.
Which I don't know anybody who legitimately got fall camo.
I did on a few.
There was boasting involved every time.
I boosted that. I'm not gonna lie. We're going bare bones. Everybody hold square. Who the fuck didn't hold square?
Exactly.
Who didn't hold X, bro? Now we gotta restart this. And then people join and be like, "Oh, they're in here boosting. What nerds?" And like, "Shut the fuck up! Leave my game, please. Leave my game." Like, just stuff like that. Yeah, I'd put I don't know how many hours into just boosting. I'd sit there for 2-3 hours in one session just boosting camos.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's back when Xbox 360 days where you could actually have those type of lobbies.
Blake's over here. He's like, "Oh, 10 Prestige is legit, but all my camos are not."
Exactly. Like that was 100% the truth. I think I had like 57 days when it came out.
Yeah.
From like after a year or two.
Yeah.
So then now, if I go back, if I had my Xbox, I'd go back. I think I'm sure I have well over almost 200 days on that game.
Oh yeah,
dude, everybody had a ton of days on that game. That game was such a good game.
It was such a good.
The only other game that was better than that one, in my opinion, or equal to the same quality, was MW2 to MW. Well, honestly, Call of Duty 4 all the way to Black Ops 2 were my favorite. Like anything after that, I didn't really.
Black Ops 2 was the last game I really enjoyed.
Enjoyed, yes. Yeah, same.
But
I like the zombies on Black Ops 2. Those were my favorite type of maps.
Yeah,
like Black Ops 1 had some good maps on zombies, but Black Ops 2 had more of what I liked on there.
So
out of all of them.
A fun story about my Modern Warfare 2 leveling, just to take it back to Modern Warfare 2. I got in an XP lobby, and I didn't know that I had got into an XP lobby because I had no idea what it was. I just joined a random free-for-all because that's what I did whenever I played solo back then. I just joined free-for-alls, intervention, just go to town, right? Anyways, I got the first blood and instantly game in, and so I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool. And it said, you have been promoted, like level 70. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I backed out. I was like, well, I guess it's just a glitch or something. So I prestiged and joined another lobby. No questions asked. And no XP or nothing. So then I'm like a year later, I'm like, dude, that was an XP lobby. And then I was like, I was actually trying to find an XP lobby, and I eventually found one and got to 10th prestige. But
because it's like because you join in and you'd get a kill and it'd be like 1.61 E experience.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool.
So, kind of
level 70.
I kind of want to bring up this real quick. I don't know if y'all told them yet, but I'm looking at our apparel site and we got some extra stuff on here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Really?
Got some shaker cups.
Oh
Hats.
yeah, might as well.
Flag.
I mean, since you brought it up, might as well shout it out. Right, we're about 15
Yeah.
minutes in. So obviously, if you don't follow Aporia Customs on social media or anything along that, or even follow us, we do have a collection line that just dropped. We have our August collection drop that just released 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's got some T-shirts, hoodies, shaker cups. We got a COVID mask. There's jersey. There's all kinds of stuff on there. So if you go take a look, we recently dropped our August collection, which is just like a few more hoodies and T-shirts, stuff like that. It's got the Saber hipster logo, which is really nice streetwear. It's not like nerdy gamer wear. Like I'm actually supposed to be getting some. I ordered some not too long ago. Supposed to be getting a few of those in. We got the teal and white, and we got the gold and black. It's really nice stuff. If you use code SABER, SABER, in the shop on Aporia Customs, you can save 10%. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll throw that link down in the description, so you can just click and go take a look. It's and if you're listening to it, it is aporiacustoms.com/collections/southern-sabers. It's a mouthful, but like I said, on YouTube, you just go click the link and you're there. Or you can check out our Twitter at Southern Sabers or Saber Podcast, and you can look at it through there. Also, if you don't know who Implex Studios are, they do all of our design work and promotions and all these special videos that we need made. They do really good custom work, so if you need any custom work done for your team, just shoot them a DM on Twitter at Implex Studios, and they'll be more than happy to help you. But with that being said, what were we talking about?
Talk about what was it, NW2?
Yeah.
It was a Black
my prestige. Okay, so this is my prestiges. Black Ops 1, I was 15th prestige. Modern Warfare 2, 10 prestige. COD 4, 10 prestige. Black Ops 2, I was like 9th, 8th, something like that. Around. So and then Modern Warfare 3, I was like 8th or something like that. So I've been decently prestigious in every Call of Duty.
Yeah. Like after Modern Warfare Prestige the 10th time on Warfare 2, I went on to Modern Warfare 3, and I didn't prestige at all in Modern Warfare 3 because I just didn't see a point in it. Prestiging again, losing all of my progress that I previously got just for an extra class. I didn't see a point in it. So
yeah, but it was good. Like when you actually did it, and then you were like, oh, I've got like 10 extra classes I could choose from now.
Yeah, but the Modern Warfare 3, you didn't use that many different guns. You used a total of 3 or 4 guns.
True. It was each class I had was a variation of that gun.
Exactly.
Like one would be a suppressor, one would be an extended mag, one would be with Sitrep Pro, one would be with Dead Silence, one would be
exactly
everything.
And that's what I like about the newer Call of Duties is instead of it giving you one attachment if you wanted to, you had to use a perk for it.
Yeah.
Now you can have 5 attachments without having to worry about a perk. You can have 5 attachments and your 3 perks you really want to run. But the only thing is, Dead Silence isn't a perk anymore. So instead of being able to run around all stealthy like here I am, looking like Bigfoot running through a forest of leaves, until I wait an hour and a half into the game and get a Dead Silence activated perk.
Yeah. So, Blake, another one of my topics that I had down for this podcast is, since you were here, I don't think we talked about this in the last one, but why don't you tell your side of the spider Dylan encountered when we were making a Funny and Fail video?
Oh God.
The what encounter?
The water moccasin.
Oh God. It's a water moccasin in the house?
I'll let you.
Like,
Dylan told his story, his side of it, so I want you to tell your side of it.
God, what were we playing? Was it Fortnite we were playing when this happened?
Friday the 13th.
Okay, I wasn't actually there. I didn't play Friday the 13th. So I was just in the party talking or something. But yeah, here we are. They're playing, and all of a sudden we see her freaking out in the background, and Dylan's nowhere to be found. He comes back a few minutes later after all this commotion and said there was a water moccasin on his desk. So here I am wondering how in the hell a snake got in his house and on his desk. And then I asked him to describe to me what a water moccasin was. This nigga's talking about a snake. A spider. He's talking about an 8-legged freak being a water moccasin. 2 different species of animal.
I'm sorry, I was scared, man.
He said, bro, it was a wolf spider. Wolf spider.
Wolf spider, that's what it's called.
Yeah, the water mox into a wolf spider. One's a hairy thing with 8 legs, and one's a slimy thing with
He's like,
0.
man, this thing just changed species.
We'll talk about zodiac signs later on that night. And this boy, go ahead and tell him what zodiac sign you were.
I'm a Stegosaurus, guys, in case anybody's wondering.
A Stegosaurus.
I don't know that. Stegosaurus?
Like, low-key, dinosaurs were cool as shit, bro.
Like, oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
looking at something the other
Terrifying.
day that, like, there was I don't know if it was a paleontologist. It was some guy had found, like, an actual dinosaur, like, its skin intact and everything. Like, it was, like, encased in some kind of mountain or something. But, like, you see the skin, you can see the scales, you can see all this stuff. And I was like, dude, that's some cool shit right there.
That's dope.
But, bro, Dylan, what kind of dinosaur would you be if you were a dinosaur?
T-Rex. No.
Bro, you're not an alpha predator.
This man a little.
This boy Littlefoot over here.
What you mean?
Nah, Dylan would be the equivalent of a dodo if anybody played Ark Survival.
Dodo. Man.
No, I'd be like a Stegosaurus for sure. I could see myself.
Oh, yeah.
Do they eat plants or they eat meat?
I think they're herbivores.
Are they both? They eat both?
I think they're both.
No, they're not. I think they're herbivores. Let's look it up real quick.
Yeah, somebody Dylan, look that up.
Jeez. What am I looking up? Stegosaurus?
Yeah, are they herbivores or omnivores, carnivores? Because they gotta have some meat. Look up omnivorous dinosaurs. That's OMNI. That's all I got. OM.
Stegosaurus. Let's see here.
Stegosaurus was a herbivore.
Okay.
Yep.
What's an omnivore?
An omnivore ate.
Well, I know what it is, but what can what dinosaurs are omnivore?
Let's look that up for you. You have these are the scientific names for them. Don't want that. I'm even going to try to pronounce these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's names I'm not going to try to pronounce.
Yeah,
so got like different variants of raptors.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just be a velociraptor.
Dinosaur food chain. Let's just type that in.
Well, you're doing whatever it is, you're at the bottom.
Bro. You said if I could be anything, I want to be a T-Rex because it's at the top of the food chain.
Bro, actually, like...
Yeah, but your personality is not a T-Rex personality.
T-Rex is actually only... Like, it was, like, in the middle of the food chain. Like, there was shit that would, like, destroy the T-Rex. A lot of people were like, oh, T-Rex is alpha, but there was actually a lot of stuff
I'm going to be Megalodon. Megalodon.
You'd be a Megalodon?
Yeah.
Okay, that Mosasaur would tear your shit up.
Nah.
I'd be too fast for those plesiosaurs tear your shit up.
I don't know. Everything I'm seeing says that the number one was the T-Rex. The biggest top of the food chain.
The Spinosaurus is the biggest of all the carnivorous dinosaurs, larger than the Tyrannosaurus and the Gigantosaurus.
Okay, so...
Well, I do want to just shout myself out for finally finishing my PC build.
Oh, yeah.
Finally on PC.
Is this the first episode where you've been on PC?
Yeah, this is the first episode on PC. Just thought I should let everybody know since...
Let everybody know that he didn't build it.
Yeah. This is the first episode. I've been waiting. I've been having the parts and everything, just waiting to get it built. So
I just want to shout myself out for somebody else building my
nothing.
PC. But I paid for it. I paid for it. So shout out to me. Shout out to me.
I apologize to absolutely no one.
I want to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Like that Conor McGregor. Yeah. Absolutely nobody.
What the fuck he was.
Do any of you guys keep up with the UFC?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Who do you think is going to win the fight tonight? Jokic or Cormier?
It's their third fight. I think Cormier is. Honestly,
no,
he seems like he's pretty serious about it.
I got Miocic. Cormier let himself go, believe it or not. He's not as good as he used to be.
Oh no, he's not. I feel like it could go either way though.
It could, but I'm going with Miocic on this one.
What about
the Russian pride?
Justin Gaethje and Khabib fight? Who do you think's gonna win that one?
Khabib.
I mean, honestly, I just want Khabib to win just so Conor can face him again. Because a rematch for them is, like, in my opinion, like kind of forced.
I will.
Because
I will say before we start getting into this topic that we need to be very cautious on talking about UFC in here because there is a UFC podcast called In the Cage. Just throwing that out there. Shout out to In the Cage UFC podcast. We ain't stealing your thunder. We promise. We're comedy. We're not UFC. But go ahead.
This is probably one times we'll talk about the UFC, honestly. But me personally, I think that McGregor Khabib should happen again, just for the sake of it was the number one selling and still is the number one selling pay-per-view they had, so making a second one's going to be up there again. But also, Conor, he was pretty much, he'd say, wasn't really training, and or hungover the day of the fight. So who knows if that was really true? But you know, if he wasn't putting his 100% effort towards that fight, then just imagine what the outcome would be if he actually did. So if he can actually like train super hard, which as of right now he's retired still, but he's also retired like what 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah, he's been doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
But the fight I'm really most interested in is the Sean O'Malley and the Marlon Vera fight.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Sean O'Malley, this little 135-pound stick, just wrecking havoc.
Yeah, that's the dude. He got a colorful braids, right? Yeah.
Oh, dude's fighting 6'9".
He's really good.
He
though.
used to be back a couple of years ago before he got in trouble for the steroids and everything that was false. Turned out to be false. Yeah, he was actually part of Optic Gaming, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's where I heard of him.
All right, Nick, let's go get in the cage for real.
All right, Blake, who you got, me or Dylan?
I've got Nick all day long.
I'll fuck your shit up, Dylan.
Because the one time I've seen Dylan, he was that good boy. He's not even that guy. He's that boy.
How much
You couldn't even come stay with us for more than an hour when we came. We drove all the way to Atlanta. You couldn't even come stay for more than an hour.
Bro, you really gonna bring that up?
Oh, I'm gonna bring it up. He was wrapped around your little girlfriend's finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was wrapped around your little finger. Oh, I gotta go help my dad at 9 o'clock at night. What are y'all doing? Huh? No, you was wrapped around your girlfriend's finger. What it was.
Hey, don't worry about it.
It was supposed to be bros before hoes. We drove 7.5 hours to come down there for you.
Hey, at least I showed up and saw y'all for a little bit.
Barely.
Is that better than not showing up at all? Yes.
What's that?
If I didn't show up at all, y'all would have gave me hella shit.
Oh, we still do.
What's that meme? It's like, she's like, that girl comes knocks on her son's door. She's like, "What are you doing in there?" And he's like, doing something he's not supposed to. He's like, drugs. That's kind of like how Dylan was. Dylan, what do you gotta help you with your dad? What do you gotta help your dad with at 10 o'clock at night? Drugs.
Drugs?
No, we're not condoning doing drugs, by the way. Nobody go after drugs.
No.
Never done drugs a day in my life.
No, me either.
No, you drink though.
Drinking's is completely
not
different.
drug though.
Yeah, it's not gonna it'll kill me if I keep doing it a lot, but I don't do it a lot.
Yeah. Austin
drugs is. Austin looks like he's on drugs, but he's probably never done a thing in his day of his life.
No.
Austin can't even handle alcohol.
No, this boy drunk. Literally a shot. Not even a full shot. These things are tiny. Like, and he drunk a little bit of it. Bro, I'm buzzed already.
Are y'all calling Austin a lightweight?
Okay.
Oh, 100% calling Austin a lightweight.
So this is what happened. So Dylan was our chauffeur, right? He was driving us all around.
Yeah, because that wasn't that long anyways.
He was
a vehicle that would fit all 5 of us.
So of course we're like,
6 of us.
We're whipping around Atlanta, and I'm like, we're gonna get us some alcohol. You drop us off at the corner, and you swing around, and we'll be out, and we'll go get it. We'll come back. Anyways, we got like Jaeger, we got Fireball. What else did we get? We got Red Bull.
That was it. Just Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger Fireball. That's the only alcoholic beverage.
So, anyways, we took that back to the hotel. We just got back from the event that day, so we were about to have some shots. So we pulled everybody some shots. Austin had like a half a shot. we all took it. He said, "Dude, I got a buzz, dude."
Like this man took it, and like 5 minutes later, bro, I'm already feeling it. What are you feeling? The breeze of the air conditioner? Because you ain't drunk yet,
man.
But yeah, Austin, lightest weight I know.
Blake grabbed the bottle and said, "Give that shit," and turned it up.
It was delicious.
Let me get that.
I love me some cough syrup.
But obviously, we are not condoning drinking alcohol either. If you're of age, make sure
You got to be of legal age.
Yeah, you have to be of legal age. I didn't have my first drink until I was 21, so make sure you try to follow in my footsteps. Be a good guy. Dylan,
My first one until I was over 21.
You were 21, Blake?
Yeah, I was not 21.
Oh, Dylan, you're going down.
I was
kicked. You out of the group. We can't have.
I was 19.
Have outlaws like you in here.
I was 19.
Hey, the legal age in Mexico is like what, 14?
18.
Yeah.
Still,
it's 18 in Mexico. It's like,
Man.
I know in some parts of the world it's like 16.
Really?
Really? Where's that at?
I'm looking it up, but I believe it's like 16.
Yeah, make sure we get this true. I want to know where this is at.
Yeah.
Lowest legal drinking age. Let me see if I can find that. So I have to go to my lowest legal drinking age. Italy has a minimum legal drinking age at 16 years, one of the lowest MLDA in the world.
Yep.
Wow.
Who's
trying to go to Italy?
We.
I mean, we're already,
Yeah.
legal as is. So, I mean, it'd be pointless.
Let's go turn up with some 16-year-olds.
Bro, wait a minute.
Wait,
time out. Will probably drink this under the table.
Pause the podcast, hold
on. But no. I'm a 24-year-old man. I'm not going to go party with a 16-year-old.
True.
That's how you end up in prison.
Well, like y'all are taking the back door to this conversation.
Yeah, that's where everybody else's mind went. Leave a like if you agree.
Yeah, right.
But our podcast's been hitting pretty decent numbers recently. I don't know if it's just because it's finally getting spread around on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Oh, by the way, this is the first episode back on Apple Podcasts. I'm still trying to figure out a way to upload all episodes there, but this is the first episode back on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So welcome back to anybody that hasn't seen our previous episodes. Go check out YouTube. All of our podcast episodes get uploaded there. But yeah. Anyways, our podcast's been hitting like really, really good numbers. I don't know if it's just because it's getting around or well, not big numbers. Like some people look at our numbers and be like, "What the fuck is that?" You know.
I mean, it's
but for a bunch of small town friends, I mean,
yeah,
that just decided to go out in the spur of the moment to do something, pass the time.
I had some more topics. Where my topics go? Oh, ghost stories, Blake. I need some ghost stories. I know you have some.
I don't believe in ghosts. There you go.
You don't believe in ghosts?
Nope.
You never had no paranormal stuff happen to you?
Nope.
Not one thing?
I don't. Nope.
You don't believe in it?
On the other hand, he says all the time that his room that he sleeps in is haunted. He says that he hears people talking and everything. But yeah, because that's the room my grandfather passed away in.
Oh, go ahead, finish it.
No, go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead.
I was listening to Nate's Shot and Hector's podcast last night at work because I was bored, needed something to listen to, so I turned it on. You know, the whole ghost paranormal story that Nate Shot had made up when he was living in his apartment or whatever, or something like that, or said that he was seeing all this stuff. Do you remember any of those videos?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but
there was a time where he was like uploading videos saying, "Oh, like, dude, he was hunting ghosts and like doing all this stuff and saying he had ghosts in his place." Well, he finally came out on the podcast and said that was all fake.
Shout out to the Eavesdrop podcast.
Yeah, They were like dropping a lot of good information on there, saying like I didn't like kind of knew that Hector smoked like weed and stuff, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
he said like I was smoking a fat joint last night. I was like, oh
Because it's legal where they are.
yeah, like I've never smoked, don't have any anticipation to smoke or anything
No,
like that. So
neither do I.
Yeah.
Dylan just yeah.
Dylan's like, every night, that's how I put up with you guys.
Nah.
You think Scott smokes? Surely Scott smokes.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I'm gonna text him and ask.
Yeah, message him on Snapchat. Be like, yo, you smoke? He probably like, smoke what?
Scott,
You smoke crack?
hey, bub. Have you ever smoked the devil's lettuce?
He's gonna be like, what?
It's like, bro, like, when am I not smoking? Nah, I bet he says yeah. I bet he says he probably does all the time.
Hopefully he messages me back by the time we have this.
Yeah, we still got about 25 minutes left.
But it is Scott.
It's true. So you ain't got no ghost stories? I thought we'd have some bangers on here. Like, yeah, dude, like, I was in the middle of the night and I saw a ghost, like, hovering over me, coughing in my face, and, like, I don't know.
No, I'm just not a huge believer in stuff like that.
You've never had anything happen to you, that's why you don't believe.
Exactly. And, like, I live with my grandmother, and she is the Lord is everything. The Lord protects my house. If there's a tornado, it's going to protect me. It ain't going to blow through my house.
Yeah.
So, if there is ghosts, they're afraid to come to this place.
It's like, we ain't stepping foot in there.
This is just oozing. It's like she has a little red ribbon hanging around our door frame outside of our porch.
Mm-hmm.
And she calls it the blood of Christ. Right there.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Well, our house is anointed by the Holy Ghost.
So no ghost wants to even step a mile radius of your house. Why is it spicy?
This is that McDonald's Sprite.
Yeah. Just the air is like, why is it spicy? So another topic that I was thinking about earlier in the week. Do you guys like? I know Dylan, you have a fiance. Like, do you cook? And Blake, I'll ask you in here in a second.
Do I cook? Yeah.
Like, what do you cook? Or what can
Anything,
you cook?
anything on the grill, really. So burgers, chicken.
Who cooks more?
It really just depends, honestly.
Alright, well, while we wait on him to get back in here, Blake, do you cook or what can you cook?
I mean, I cook a little bit. I haven't here in a long time, but I can really cook almost anything.
Oh,
And I cooked Nick breakfast when we lived together.
Bro, you about burnt the place down. Every time I came in, the fire alarm was going on.
No. That happened to one. It happened to one. And I wasn't even cooking anything at that time.
Bruh.
I was cleaning a pan. And I was always, like, what my grandmother does when she was to clean a pan that won't really clean off from scrubbing it is you put water in it, and you put it on the stove and turn the stove on. And it happened that there was water on the bottom of the pan when it happened, and the smoke just rose up. But yeah, I can cook. I just don't.
Yeah.
All the relationships I've been in, they've cooked.
I think I coming in? I was like coming in from work or something like that, and you were like fanning the fire alarm or something. And you said the fire alarm went off. No, like, what can you cook? Yeah. What do you like to cook?
Really, like, I don't really like to cook much, but breakfast is my favorite thing to cook because I love breakfast foods and nobody likes it.
Yeah. Well, shoot, I could smash some omelets, pancakes, some bacon, sausage. Ooh.
Oh yeah, sure. I've seen you try to make some omelets. All right.
Hey, my omelets have actually gotten really a lot better. I can make a fire omelet now.
I even let you use the little omelet maker that my mom gave us. That had directions on it.
Doesn't do a damn thing. I go to flip it and it come out the sides.
It doesn't do anything. I don't know how to work that.
No, like, I can make some fire, like, trifold omelets now. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been practicing.
Bruh. Nothing's better than some good old fried eggs, sausage with the turkey bacon.
There you go. All right, Dylan.
Boy, howdy.
Whenever you cook, what do you cook?
I cook burgers. Anything on the grill.
Burgers.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you buy the pre-made hamburgers, or do you actually mash them yourself?
I make them myself.
What do you spice them with?
Lately I've been using some garlic seasoning. Some like I forget what the name of it is, but it has like garlic and something else in it, some other spice in it. But I use that with the meat, and then I use barbecue sauce with it.
Y'all gonna think I'm crazy a little bit, but this is what you do: salt, pepper, onion powder, chicken seasoning.
Chicken seasoning is good on burgers.
Yeah, a lot of
It
people
does,
don't like.
but yes, I can agree on that.
Yeah, chicken seasoning is for hamburgers. It sounds stupid, but I'm telling you, it's the way.
Yeah.
See, the way to
It's
do it is if you're gonna barbecue a hamburger, you gotta have just the salt, pepper, and it may just be a southern thing here in Arkansas and Missouri areas, but it's called strawberry seasoning.
Yes, I know. It's like a what? It's not like a Cajun
It's a
spice, but it's like a sweeter.
Yeah, it's like a sweet spice.
A lot of people
Well,
like
you
that
love
slap the mama sauce or whatever it is. The slap your
yeah,
mama.
slap your mama spicy Cajun seasoning.
Yeah.
I use that a little bit. But yeah, then after you get your meat and everything put up with the dry seasonings, what you do is you get just Wickers marinade and barbecue sauce, and just put just a little bit of Wickers in it, and then mix it with the barbecue sauce and put it on the burger. Boy, howdy, best burger you ever eat in your life.
So
oh yeah.
I used to watch Big T. You know Big T. He would make like cook steaks and stuff like that. But he doesn't like nobody ever actually tells you how to like cook this stuff. So I was trying to learn. Like I grew up. I didn't have a dad growing up for the most part, other than my. Anyways, that's besides the point. Anyways, so I never knew how to like grill. I never started a grill. I never knew how to do any of this. But so I was like, man, teach me. How do I do this stuff? Because I'm not gonna teach me. So like for anybody that's like trying to get into grilling that doesn't have like a dad or somebody to teach them, this is what you do, right? You thaw out your hamburger meat. Go to the store, get you some hamburger meat. Make it into very, not thin patties, but thick enough because like they will shrink whenever you cook them.
Yeah.
So you put like make them into a little patty size, right? And then you put your salt, your pepper, and whatever other seasoning. I'm sure that Blake uses the what's it called, strawberry seasoning.
Raw berry.
Some strawberry, whatever that's called.
Raw.
Or you can use onion powder, you can use garlic powder, but don't use all of them because that'd be too much. Just use, salt, pepper, and then one other spice for if you're just starting off. Throw them on there, let them sit until how long you let them sit? Like what, 5 minutes, and then flip it. Usually,
Something like that, yeah.
or if you do them on the stove, put them about medium heat. Put your little olive oil in the pan. Do 5 minutes, flip it, 5 more minutes, throw your cheese on there for about a minute, let it melt, and then you're done. So I wish I had somebody teach me how to do that growing up, and nobody did.
It's really simple though.
Yeah. But like people with like a lot of anxiety don't know how to do any of that.
YouTube it.
Bro, YouTube's been my best friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, YouTube is
You
amazing.
can find anything on YouTube.
But yeah, that's how you
There's
make
like
a burger.
speaking
Southern
of
burger.
that kind of stuff, there's a YouTuber. His name is called Dad How Do I,
Uh-huh.
and he just like Nick said, he grew up with without a father figure in his life. So what he does now is he goes and he makes videos teaching you how to shave, tie a tie, change car tires, and everything like that. They're just everyday things that you should know how to do that your dad usually teaches you.
Uh-huh.
And he takes
Yeah.
requests on things that you want to know. He'll make videos of it.
Well,
He's been doing it for 4 months now. His first video was how to tie a tie. Yeah, he's been on YouTube for 4 months, and he has 2.5 million subscribers.
I've looked up like 20 million videos of how to tie a tie. I've watched every one of them, and I still can't tie a tie.
Still can't tie it.
I still can't tie a
I
tie.
have never had a reason to tie. I've always used the clip-on ties.
Same. But anyways, I really don't want to get into sponsors on the podcast, but just for future people, especially if you're local, we do have something coming. We're about to talk about. Well, I'll briefly talk about it on the podcast. But guys, like I did come to, I figured out that we can have our own lemonade named after us. We can make our own
What?
lemonade. Yeah.
What?
But
Are we gonna do
that's
that?
just the
Huge
gist of it.
lemonade.
Like if you're local, you can go pick it up. But that's something we're gonna talk about off the podcast. Like if y'all want like special flavors or something, we'll get into that. But
I'm a huge lemonade fan. Ask Nick. I had it all the time.
well, there's only one place that does it, so you'd have to go and get it through that place. But you can get it. Like I've had it before. It's pretty good. So we just have to make our own flavor.
Yeah.
But that's something.
So after this podcast is over, you gotta let me know.
Yeah. Let us know.
We'll see if we can
We'll
get
let a
sponsored
brother
by
know.
him. We'll see if we can get sponsored by him.
Do they? Don't say the name of them, of course, yet. But do they ship, or is it just a local thing?
I think it's a local thing. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's a local thing. But hey, if you're local, which
Okay.
I figure a lot of our people are that are listening to this probably are, like, hey, go get it, like
And by local, we mean the northeastern Arkansas area.
yeah. Well,
That's where
no,
most
they're at
couple
other
of.
places too. I think they have other locations.
Well,
So
I don't know
wherever,
the company right now, so I don't
well,
know
whenever we get the company
how to.
name and release all that, we'll let you know all their locations so you can go
Yeah.
grab it. But
So still no word from Scott about the Devil's lettuce.
well, he's got about 15 minutes to let us know about the devil's lettuce.
It's probably confused. Let's see if he's opened the message. He hasn't even opened it yet.
Dylan, you have any more topics?
Um, did y'all hear about that? I'm sure y'all heard about it. The explosion over there in where's that?
Lebanon.
Yeah, where's that at?
It is over in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Middle East, dude. Like, they're saying the blast radius was like what?
It
No.
was
It can be
a
felt
couple
up to like
miles.
10 kilometers or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it was like what I heard was that it was a fireworks facility. Is that correct?
That's from what I'm getting at. And then it ignited with a storage facility for ammonium nitrate.
I don't know. It just looked kind of weird because that's a really big explosion
Well,
for
the
it.
initial blast was probably the fireworks, and then the second one was like all that ammonium nitrate that was properly stored, is what I've been under the assumption of.
Yeah.
But which ammonium nitrate is what, fertilizer? Ain't that what that is?
Oh, looking it up
Something
right
like
now.
that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's fertilizer. And you know what happened in Texas? Was it Texas? The other one? Bro, that one was. There was another
Yeah.
explosion in Texas like a while back, and it was a big one. It wasn't as big as that one, but it was big.
No, this right here is massive. The ammonium nitrate, there was an equivalent of 1.2 kilotons of TNT.
Jesus.
Yeah, it
Minecraft.
cost.
Right?
The damage was anywhere from 10 to 15 billion dollars in property damage. That's U.S. dollars.
Golly.
171 deaths and 6,000 injuries, destroying over 300,000 homes. There's been over 300,000 people displaced because of this explosion.
That's rough.
Beef.
Just think if it wasn't on the port of it, where the
Oh, dude.
how much more devastating it could have been.
Oh, dude, it would have been 10 times worse. It's crazy.
I never know what to tweet out on the Twitters,
Yeah, I don't ever tweet on Twitter. I just always
Yeah.
tweet. So
Like I don't ever know what to tweet, Like I want to tweet, I
On
just don't know what to
Twitter,
tweet.
I can't think of anything to tweet, so I'm just like, what?
Like I
Here.
get tweeted
I
at
just go
all
on
the time,
Twitter and
but,
just scroll through and look at stuff.
Yeah.
I just like looking at the Twitter beef and drama and stuff that's
Yeah.
going on.
let's see
Absolutely.
what's trending on Twitter right now. Trending. A lot of sports.
Oh, 100%. There's going to be sports all day long.
UFC stuff trending. Cardinals.
Yeah, there's a fight tonight, yeah.
Yeah. No gaming stuff, bro. Gaming it's Blake. Did you know? I got another topic we've talked about for the last like 15 minutes. Riverside, aka our old school, because me and Blake are the only people on the team that actually know each other, person to person.
Oh,
Is now,
and Austin, though.
well, yeah, but they offer esports now, and they're doing a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, my friend Jake Emery, he's actually the coach or administrator over it.
Yeah.
So like, I play a game called Magic the Gathering with him all the time. Little card game, fun, nerd stuff. But yeah, he's actually the coach of it.
Well, I remember
And
when
this is their second or third year doing it.
Yeah, they're trying to get more equipment. They raised like $500 and out of like 1,000 or something that they need.
Yep. They're adding a couple of new games this year. They're adding Overwatch and a couple of other Blizzard games
Oh, that'll be
because
nice.
Blizzard made a contract with the Colgate esports.
Well, whenever I did my collegiate season at Arkansas State or whatever, there was, since I was one of the first players up there, they had made me, whenever Riverside, aka our high school, they were doing a tour up there of the esports facility, and they made me go up there and do a guest speaker since that was my old high school. So I went up there, said like, yeah, this is our facility, yada yada yada. I was a player. I graduated Riverside, so yada yada yada, and all this other stuff. So that was cool. And then of course Jeremy Lamb, Mr. Lamb, he's the head coach over there. He's doing all of their stuff. They had a League of Legends team, but they weren't too good because it was their first year doing it. They weren't too good. I watched some of their games. Like, I don't know much about League, but I know they weren't doing it right. But anyway, so I want to donate quite a bit of money since I feel like I should be a big supporter in this since I graduated from there and played collegiate sports. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know the potential of their team. Like, I don't want to go fund something that's not going to be very good. Like, obviously, like, I would 100% go up there and coach them because I know how to play. I know how to play a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Riverside, anybody from Riverside, if you're listening to this podcast, hit me up, bro. Give me a job. I will coach all of your players. 100%. I'll coach them, every one of them. I know how to play. But, yeah. I might tell my sister that because my sister goes there and be like, hey, you tell Mr. Lamb, get me a job up there. I coach every one of those motherfuckers.
Oh, Jeremy Lamb, the Lammy boy.
Yeah, dude, Lamb is so cool.
He is. He's chill. Not many people respect him.
No,
I don't know why.
He's one of those guys that he's so easy to make. He's like Marty Wynn. You make fun of him.
Yeah.
Oh, the little leprechaun.
Hey, why don't you tell some stories to Dylan?
But that's one guy I would never mess with.
Marty Wynn?
Marty
Oh,
Wynn.
no, hell no. You don't fuck with Marty. Why don't you,
God, he's this monster.
We'll go over time a little bit today because these are gonna be some funny stories to end on. I'll let you start off, Blake. Tell Dylan some stories about Mr. Wynn that would help him get a picture of who he is.
All right, so I never actually had Mr. Wynn in class, but my brother did. And Mr. Wynn, just to describe him a little bit, he is a solid 5'5", 5'6", big old red handlebar mustache, missing a couple teeth, crooked teeth. Funny guy.
This man was like judging him by his appearance, like, yeah, he's about a 5 or 6. I'm like, wait a minute.
Whoa, he's about a 7.
So my brother can hear me right now, and he just texts me. Needs to be 2 guys you don't F with, me and Marty. Yeah, but he's a monster. Like, my brother and him they made a grill in his class, and they were goofing off in the shop and knocked it over. Here comes Marty, angry, raging, go out there, grabs his grill, picks it up, and slams it down. This is a solid 500-600 pound grill.
Bro, I remember, like, he would only drive his motorcycle on days it fucking rained for whatever reason.
He had a little green cube.
Yeah, he would drive his motorcycle through the shop and park it in there because he didn't want to sit in the rain, but he would drive it on the days that it rained. I don't understand. But anyways, I got a story. So I had Marty quite a bit. He was our shop teacher, Dylan. I had him, like, a lot. Like, at least every year. From, like, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I had him every year. Anyways, so there was one time he was rolling that, Blake, the shop door. Have you heard this story about the shop door?
I have not.
Well, anyways, he was rolling this big old shop door. He's rolling it up, or maybe he's rolling it down. I don't know, because you know how you have that chain where you have to pull one side, and it pulls it up and pulls it down. Well, anyways, I guess it got out of his hand and came down and smacked him in the face, right? So, of course, we're all over here busting out laughing. He's red in the face. He grabs that chain. He slung that bitch up against the wall, fucking ran out mad as hell. We're like, oh my God.
Dang.
Chain shattered.
He did
the force of this man.
The little face thing. He's like, all right, now, folks, today we're going to be going in the shop. I don't want to hear no lollygagging, no... He was a cool guy. Like, Mr. Wynn, like, He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's one of those.
See,
He's
me
one of
and
those
Nick-
teachers that single-handedly changes the school. You know.
Me and Nick took 2 different courses in high school. He went the agricultural route and stuff like that, and I
Oh, I
went the
didn't. I was in
business
all your
route.
classes. I took all the business classes. I took keyboarding. I took, I don't know, that stupid design class. There was like 3 of them. I don't even remember because they were so awful. And then, of course, I was in yearbook for, I don't know. Was I actually in yearbook or was I just chilling in there? I don't remember.
I think you might have been chilling because I don't think you might have been on it your senior year, but the years I was there, you were.
But yeah, I took all them stupid, what was,
I took every business class.
Miss Burkle? Oh, man.
Yeah. I loved Miss Barkley. My senior year, I was in her class all but 2 or 3 periods.
Yeah, she talks so much shit about you, Blake.
But I loved her. She was my friend. She was the best.
Like I said, I love that woman. Why she talk shit about me?
Like she was my grandma.
That's kind of how it is with Dylan. You see, Dylan just loved me, but I just talk shit about him.
Thanks.
This man can't even
She
qualify.
let me do
in
whatever I wanted to.
Bro, what you talking about? Hold on. Okay, my first couple games were a little rocky.
This man didn't qualify for like 10 games.
Couldn't qualify, but now I can qualify
But
about
you ain't won yet.
90% of the time.
You ain't won
Okay,
yet.
okay. The only reason you won is because you were doing the TNT block one, and you just got lucky.
But Blake, you got to get this game, man. You got to get
I
it.
mean, I have it.
No, he has it. He just
I
hasn't
don't
tried
have
it out yet.
Yeah, I just don't have a PC.
It's
Play
only
with you
like
guys.
the whole game's like what, 1 gig?
Oh yeah, the download
I
for
had the game
like 1
downloaded and
gig.
everything. Like it's right here on my dashboard right now, looking me in the face.
Well, let's play it.
Good.
I don't have anybody to play with.
And
It's not cross-platform.
yet.
It's not crossplay yet.
Yeah, I don't have a PC. I'm on a computer. I mean, I'm on PlayStation.
All right. Well, is there anything you guys want to say before we end this? You want to plug your stuff, or
No, I'm
I got nothing to plug.
I'll go ahead and plug mine in, and obviously all the team Twitters. Team Twitter, our esports side of it, is at Southern Sabers, which is pretty straightforward, no spaces. This podcast's Twitter is at Saber Podcast, SABERPODCAST, no spaces. My Twitter, I retweet a lot of stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I have like dry spurts, but it's at Hayes_M8. Anything else you guys want to say? Any inspirational quotes for?
I just want to say shout out again to myself for getting this PC built. I did absolutely nothing, but I did pay for it. So yeah, again, shout out to myself.
Yeah. Wait, you gotta say a quote now. You gotta leave them.
I would say a quote. There's your quote right there. I got to do something in this. That's not my thing. I'm just here for a good time and a long time.
This has been episode 5 of
Five,
In the
yeah.
Cage. The next episode we'll try to have another special guest on here, or maybe even another host. But we'll have something special for you guys. We'll always keep it fresh. And as always, until next time, guys. Later.
See ya.
See you guys.